Hi, I'm Jeffrey Lin,
I'm Kyle Young.
and we are both interns at the GSP office, and we are first-generation college students. So Kyle, what was something you wanted to know before you entered college?
I wanted to know the resources on campus. I wasn't quite sure how to use, first of all, office hours for my classes, and if I wasn't able to access my professor, I didn't know where to go to get extra help for, let's say, writing my paper, or in a sense, to asking basic questions about, my course lectures, and I was confused about that. So I went to GSP and I went to other resources in, the library here, and found out some really great resources that really helped me out my first semester in college. And I would suggest every incoming freshman student, use resources on campus, and also don't be afraid to ask questions in class and outside of class too, because it's been proven that the kids who succeed the most in college are the ones who actually ask questions. That's one big advice I have for all incoming freshmen and GSP students. But yeah, I would say, one way to find people who, really meet your interest and, kind of like personalities, do things you love to do. For example, I'm pretty involved in, and doing GSP, as GSP peers are kind of similar to me. I'm doing, some business clubs, some people, in the clubs too are really friendly, and they think how I think, which I like that. So just, find a passion, or passions, plural, and pursue those passions, and along the way, you're going to find other people who have the same passion as you. And the one thing I wish I had known coming into freshman year was, to limit the amount of classes you take. I came in thinking like everyone else, I have this in the bag. I was a king in high school, and I didn't need to take only 16. I wanted to take, at least 6 classes, and so I took roughly 18 credits my first semester. It went pretty well, but it was still a lot to handle, and I would suggest, for all incoming freshmen, you kind of limit the amount of classes you take, because it does get stressful, and it's completely different from high school. I don't know if Jeffrey had the same experience, but could you talk about that a little bit more?
I agree. I limited the number of classes I took, and it was still a lot of credits just because there were high credit classes. But it's always a good idea to limit the amount, especially at the beginning, because you want to get transitioned into it. You want to develop the study habits that are necessary for college. So you really do have to limit, and you have to learn how to manage your time wisely. Because one thing going to college is that you have much more time, much more free time. Well, you think you have much more free time than you did in high school, because in high school, basically, just you go to class, you come home, do your homework, you eat, you sleep. But in college, you don't have class all day. You might have class 2, 3, 4 hours a day, and then that's it. And then the rest of the day is yours. But you have to be able to divide that time up evenly and wisely. So that's something I wish I knew, so I could divide my time up and spend more time focused on doing other things instead of just like doing nothing. So these are just some tips we have to make sure that you all make the most of your college experience, but because these are 4 years that you'll never forget, and we want them to be some good 4 years for you. So we're going to have videos out every week discussing different resources on campus, how to buy books, how to request a refund, the whole work-study process. So please just stay tuned, and we hope that you learn a lot.